Today, we got a custom stippled lower receiver right here from my buddy over at Battle Ready Arms. On top of that, we also have the Tactical Pontoon Ranger Proof trigger. Who is Tactical Pontoon? You may have seen him. He kind of started out tweaking some Apex triggers because he likes the Apex trigger, but he wanted to see how much further he could take it. If you haven't seen that video that I did on that, I'll put a link down below for you. But basically, he takes other triggers and makes them better in a safe manner. So that's pretty nice of him. There's literally like, watch this. No, it's at the wall. There's no take up. There's the brake. Oops. Here's a reset. That's pretty amazing. We're gonna talk about that a little bit. We also got these awesome colorized Glock 19, or these are Glock 17 mags. I think they look good, but we're also gonna be talking about what the heck happened to the Holosun 507C. So if you see anything in this video that catches your interest, or you're like, ooh, I want one of those, just check the very first link down in the description below. So with all that being said, guys, let's just dive up close. Let's take a look at it. And then at the very end, we're gonna go over some range footage. We're gonna go over my first impressions of this. We're also going to talk about if I have any regrets or if there's anything about this build that I'd like to change. All right, party people. So here we are up close with the custom Glock 34 right here. Right off the bat, guys, we got the Savari Precision custom slide right here. Guys, I don't know if you saw my first video, but he hands down has some amazing prices. You can either buy the slides from him or you can send in your slide and have it milled by him as well. He can also cut them for RMRs and other optics as well. This is also his spiral fluted match grade barrel right here. He has really good prices on his barrels as well. He also sent me a Savari Precision backplate since we did the last video. And I gotta say, it looks really nice. Well, since that video, you know, we had the Surefire on the other frame that we did. The other frame that we had was a 100% Polymer 80 frame, which is basically a frame you don't have to mill and grind and all that. It just ships to your FFL and you go through a background check. So, got this one from my buddy at Battle Ready Arms, and he did a really good job on the stippling with this. He got some really nice looking, kind of like accelerator cuts. I just like the divot there. So when you're pressing out, you can hold it down with your thumb. Then he also did some really aggressive texturing, but it's not so rough that it aggravates your skin. And then he got it double undercutted. And I like how he did the texturing on the bottom. Usually people just stipple the whole bottom, but he chose to just put a little cute little circle there. So that's really nice. Next up, we have the Ranger Proof trigger, but this one was customized by my buddy at Tactical Pontoon. So let me show you guys this really fast. There is no take up. You're at the wall, break, reset, oh, break. Oh man, look at that. It's like butter. Let's do a pull weight test on it. I don't know what this thing is pulling at, but it feels amazing. Let's see. Now I'm not gonna help the trigger. I just gotta keep my finger here to keep this from rolling around. So. So just a hair over 3.5 pounds. I am satisfied with that. Now I have banged the crap out of this. I have tested the drop safes on it and everything, and it's been running 100%. So I got nothing but great things to say about that. The stippling, they actually are really affordable. I believe that this package runs about $180-ish, just depending on what all kind of upgrades you decide to get in addition to just the standard stipple package. But that's really nice. I'm very excited to try something out like this, and very excited to see that you can get really good quality work for kind of a budget-friendly price. Let's jump up top real quick. Let's go over some range footage. Let's talk about my final impressions of the custom Glock 34, and then let's find out what the heck happened to the Holosun 507C. So back up top. That's the custom Glock 34 build. You know, I gotta be honest, this is my very first experience with a Glock 34 ever. So for those of you who don't know, I've only been into guns for like 3 years. YouTube has kind of been my way of exploring different guns and learning as I go. That's why I don't ever act like an expert, because I'm not one. The Glock 34, it feels really good. Now, just a FYI guys, I am not really a fan of the full-size Glock grips. Regardless if it's Gen 3, Gen 4, or Gen 5, I don't like the way they feel. However, if you get the right texture put on it and you get the right contouring done to it, it can be made to feel amazing. And thankfully, my buddy at Battle Ready Arms did a great job. It made me fall in love with the Glock 17, aka full-size grip. He's done a fantastic job with it. I mean, pretty much any grip that I ever get, it needs to have a good stippling job, it needs to have double undercut, and then some kind of an accelerator type cut, some kind of indentation here to have a place to put your thumb to help mitigate recoil. Even though I don't have a threaded barrel for a compensator, the way that Zafari Precision made this slide, it tracks super flat. Also, I'm a huge fan of the Tactical Pontoon trigger. These things are amazing. Check that out. Oh, wow. I mean, I love the trigger. I have tested it multiple times, making sure that it was drop safe, and it is. But anytime you're installing any type of trigger that didn't come with your Glock, there's always that risk. So make sure you're testing your drop safes. I'm actually gonna make a video on how to test your gun if it's drop safe, and then if it isn't drop safe on how to fix it. I just haven't had a chance to make it yet. Also, love the XH35 weapon light. This is a great little light, and I never thought I'd conceal carry with it, but then my buddy over at Lost Concealment sent me a holster, an appendix holster at that. I've already done reviews for him in the past. I did one for the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. He made me this really nice appendix rig. But this thing fits really nice, so check it out. Goes in there like this. And it just, I can't believe that I can conceal a Glock 34 appendix in a shorts and a t-shirt. I mean, that's pretty amazing. And let me see if I can sit down. So usually when I sit in any appendix holster, I just pull my pants up about an inch and I sit down. Now, it is a little bit uncomfortable because of extra length, but if you take it and you cant it over like this and then sit down, it's more doable, but I'll just be honest, I wouldn't want to carry with this every single day. But I would carry it, once in a while because it is kind of nice to have that and you just pull it out and then go bam. All in all, it shoots like a dream. There's nothing about this build that I would change, except I'm sure you guys have been waiting for it. I know we've all been waiting patiently for the Holosun 507C review. Unfortunately, mine stopped working. I got in touch with, I actually sent a message over to Holosun on Instagram and they were really nice and they messaged me right back and they said, we just issued a recall on some of the 507Cs. It's not all of them, but there was a batch of them that was defective. They're gonna replace this for free. However, I don't know how long that's gonna take. I gotta ship this back to them so I can get another one. So, I mean, I'm kind of bummed out because literally this quit working after about 2 full magazines. So the first time I went to the range, the Loctite didn't set properly and it started backing out, so I couldn't finish shooting with it. I got through a mag there. Then I went back to the range, and then after the first mag, the dot just bloop, just completely went out. And I was just really bummed out about it because I have a lot of hopes for this, and I still do. Because in the firearms industry, I've noticed a lot of companies, they don't like to admit when they screw up. I'm just happy to hear from Holosun that they are on it really quickly. Because a lot of companies would be like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, whatever. Let's just deny it until everybody figures it out. Well, I'm just glad to see that they're willing to fix the mistake. We saw that happen with Sharps Rifle Company about 3 years ago with their Reliable. There was just a batch of them that were heat treated just a little too long and people's bolts started breaking and they replaced them and no one's had a single issue since. So that's what I'm hoping for with the Holosun 507C. I mean, unfortunately, I can't recommend it as of yet because obviously mine doesn't work. So that's why it's not on there. But thankfully, I can always throw a Trijicon RMR on here. I just got to get some more. I'm running out of them. But definitely digging the build, guys. 100% enjoy it. I wouldn't change a thing. But let me know, guys, what do you think about this down in the comments section below? I'd love to hear your feedback. What would you change about this and tell me why? What's your favorite trigger? What's your slide? We'll chat like we always do. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, hey, I'd really appreciate it if you were. And then until next time, you guys stay sexy and I love you.